Something is being passed right now, quietly, in the background. And by the time most people understand what it means, the system will have already shifted. This isn't noise. This isn't just another headline. This is structural. Right now, a major piece of legislation is moving through the system. On the surface, it's framed as stability, protection, reform. But when you look closer, it represents something much bigger. A shift in how power flows, a shift in how control is exercised, and ultimately, a shift in how the system interacts with you. At its core, this legislation is designed to address a real problem. That's how these things always begin. The language is technical, complex, and easy to ignore. But beneath that complexity, the implications are clear. It expands influence in key areas: data, finance, and regulatory control. And once those frameworks are in place, they don't easily reverse. Now the question is not just what it does. The real question is, why now? Timing like this is rarely accidental. When the global environment is unstable, when markets are adjusting, when geopolitics are shifting, when attention is fragmented, that is when structural changes move the fastest. Because fewer people are watching, and fewer people are questioning. Right now, we are in that exact environment. Geopolitical tensions are rising across multiple regions. Economic pressure is building beneath the surface, and yet, public attention is scattered. That creates the perfect conditions for something like this to move forward, quietly. And this is where it becomes relevant to you, not in theory, but in real, practical terms. First, control over information and data becomes more centralized. That changes how systems track, interpret, and respond to behavior. Second, financial structures begin to shift. Whether it's through taxation, regulation, or access, the way money flows becomes more controlled. And third, and this is the most important, decision-making power moves further away from the individual and closer to institutions. It doesn't happen all at once. It happens gradually, policy by policy, framework by framework, until the system looks different, even if it doesn't feel different at first. Now, to be clear, this is not about panic. It's about awareness. Because once you understand the direction, you can start to position yourself accordingly. So what do you actually do? First, pay attention. Not just to headlines, but to structure. What is being changed? Who benefits? And what does it enable over time? Second, go deeper. Read beyond summaries. Look at the intent behind the language. And third, stay engaged, because systems evolve based on participation, or the lack of it. Most people react after the shift. Very few see it while it's happening. This is one of those moments. The system is moving. The only question is whether you're watching it or catching up to it later. If you want to stay ahead of these shifts, geopolitical, macro, and structural, subscribe and follow. Because we don't just report what's happening, we show you what it means. This is Atlas.